Metaphorically, God made a cake, creation, from the first day to the seventh day, and placed the icing, the gold, on the cake on the eighth day. So, there are really supposed to be 8 days in a week. One of the days is missing, which is the plan of the adversary, aka the opposition, aka the obstruction of reality, aka Satan, to conceal, confound, and confuse, all to think that 7 is the number of proper completion. 7 is the number of rough completion. The refined completion is done on the 8th day. So, to prevent the refinement of reality, Satan has eliminated the 8th day of the week so that reality can be destroyed in her rough completion state. Therefore, we know that any prophecy that suggests the forcing of reality, aka the Holy Spirit, through a singularity in the future, which is the prophecy of an end time, is a prophecy of the forcing of the rough completion of reality through a singularity without her being embellished with gold, and therefore causing her to freeze to death before she can be refined and receive her proper completion. The proper completion of reality on the 8th day suggests that there shall not be any déjà vu time. Since there shall not be any time of déjà vu, there shall be no lack of time uniqueness. Therefore, one eternity will transcend into another through hyperbolic transcendency, allowing for repeated rough completions and refined completions of reality grand scheme déjà vulously. The refined completion of reality is called sparkle time and happens in the scape dice. This is known as God making up his jewels to decorate the rough completion of reality to become the refined completion of reality. The 4 rivers mentioned in chapter 2 of Genesis are the 4 dice of the grand scheme. Eating the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil was forbidden because it was the removal of the refinement of reality to return reality to her rough, completed state. Forbidden means warned against but not commanded against. Eve and Adam were, however, commanded against the eating of the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil in the day, or the place of the highest effulgence of reality, because it would have killed them if they ate it there. Eating the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil would have made Eve and Adam mortal. If they were mortal in the place of the highest effulgence of reality, called the day, or the center of the Garden of Eden near the tree of life, they would have died by bursting into flames, turning to ash. So Eve and Adam partook of the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil in the night part of the Garden of Eden to stay alive. The cherubims who held the flaming swords chased Eve and Adam out of the night part of the Garden of Eden into the twilight of the Garden of Eden, aka the lone and dreary waste, so that they could not have any more of the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil or the fruit of the tree of life. It is a long story, however. The cherubims who held the flaming swords came after Cain slew Abel. When Eve and Adam partook of the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, it was reminiscent of when a man knows his wife. They must remove their garments, jewelry, or refinements to get them in their rough, completed state so they can know them and become one flesh. The replacement of the refinement of creation and the replacement of the 8th day is the salvation of reality, or the salvation of the Holy Spirit, preventing eternal burning, eternal judgment, eternal destruction, eternal freezing, and eternal annihilation of everything. The 8th day is the holy day, because holy means whole infinite, and the number 8 placed sideways is infinity, so it is whole infinite or a holy number. Therefore, after the 8th day comes hyper-lucid dreaming and traveling through eternity to sparkle time, to the culmination of all creation, the finality of all reality, and the refinement of all alignment. To prevent the destruction of reality by the opening of the 7 seals, the Holy Spirit will open 8 severs that will provide her with refinement so that the end of the eternity we are currently in will transcend to a new eternity. These 8 severs will be 8 deities who will open 8 spheres and 4 dice, transcending the eternal round, creating the evernal star called Kolob. I am a hobbyist hypothetical physicist, an amateur conjectural theologian, an aspiring philosophical sci-fi fantasy author, and inventor of beginlessnessism. Response to the video on Revelation's timeline.